Did I get a retwist? Yeah, like a week ago. I'm gonna get it redone again before I go on my trip. Stay tuned for that too. Hella vlogging. What is up, YouTube? Back with another Fortnite gaming video. Alright, look. So we gonna full cam it. You know how we get. So how do I start this? How do I start? Let me turn this down slightly. So the way I used to go to work, I worked at this pizza place. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't know. Majority of my audience, even the people that watch my VODs, are like people that know me in person. So that's why it sounds like sometimes I say like, if y'all know, some of y'all do know, some of y'all don't. So I was working at this pizza place at this far casino. We're gonna do some searching up. No, not Papa John's. RP Pops. So this was the pizza place right here. I'm gonna search up the casino. It was so far away from my house, right? So I would go like my cousin, we worked the same shifts, same days almost and everything. So he would come get me and then we would go together. This looks weird. Okay, I guess. We would go together. This is bright. Why does it look like that? Nightlight. That kind of helps. On a walk, it's still. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Not on a walk anymore. Alright, so. No, I don't like how this looks. Whatever. I'll just look weird. So, this was the hotel right here. This is the hotel that I worked at. Sunset Station. Brussels. If you know where Josephine, fucking relax, alright? You on thin ice during Black History Month, I tell you that. It's a really nice hotel. It's not extraordinarily big on the inside. It's like one huge octagon. But it's a nice hotel, like cool places in there. It had a Ben and Jerry's. Shit was fire. I used to get free. All the food places, I had hookups with the people that would work there because it was close to like my age. So I was getting free shit majority of the time. But don't tell my ex-boss that. So I worked on the inside. This is kind of the inside. It's one of the inside. One of the spots. Little restaurant. I'm trying to see if they got the Sabaros I was working at. Oh, they don't. Let me see. But yeah, it was cool. Oh, look, the movie theater part. Yeah, Sabaros. I was working at Sabaros. I'm surprised they don't got it on here. That's kind of lame. It was like right around this corner. Okay, I'm getting off track. So yeah. I worked at Sabaros, and it was far as hell from my house. It's all the way in Henderson practically. And I'm all the way on the west side, so it was far as drive. So he would come get me. That's enough of that. So he would come get me, and then it's cause Google. Like, why is it so bright? He would come get me, and then we go to work. Right. My shift was a night shift, so it was from 3 to closing. We closed at one point. We was closing 3 to 10, right? And then our manager said we used to start cleaning too early. No, it was 3. Yeah, it was 3 to 10. And then he said we closed too early, so he pushed it to 11:30. So we would clean at 10:30 instead of just like start cleaning at 9:30, be gone by 10, like 10:15. So I was there from 3 to 11, practically 3 to 12, because sometimes we start cleaning late because they'd be tripping, like, look at the cameras, be like, oh, you guys are cleaning too early, don't take the stuff off the table. I'm like, that's some bullshit, right? So mind you, my cousin, he was shift lead. Technically, he was manager too. So, but he was shift lead at the moment. How's that early? That's what I'm saying. Like, it was weird. Like it was weird. He was a weird boss. I'm not gonna lie. So that's what I'm saying. I thought it was apparently it's early. I thought it was normal, but I will never work night shifts again. I don't give a fuck. And that's not even just the reason. After working morning and night separately, I enjoy early or morning shifts way better. Plus, I'm looking at morning person. I like waking up, smelling the fresh air, fresh in the morning. So, yeah, we closed. Most of my nights towards like my end of my months working this job, I was getting home like, cause I told you we drove far. I would get home. We'd leave the job. We'd leave Sunset around like, I want to say like 11, maybe sometimes 10, sometimes like 10:50 latest or earliest, like 10:50. Because the shit, sometimes the people we was working with was slow as shit too. My cousin was shift lead, so he'd be like, bro, just help me out. Like, you my nigga. That's my nigga. So he'd be like, bro, just help me out. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. The type of person I am, I'm not doing your job for you. I didn't get hired to do everybody's job. I'm good at it. I'll do everybody's job if I got to. But I don't got to. Just clean the fuck up. And so I would complain. And everybody in that motherfucker knew I would complain. He'd be like, bro, just bust it out so we can hurry up, go home. I know we both tired type shit. I didn't have work the next day. So I'm like, you know what? For my nigga, because he do got work the next day. I was like, you know, I'm going to just bust it out. Boom, we end up leaving a little later than usual. So like 11 damn near. Let's just say 11. We left. I got home around 11:40, right? I'm like, I get in the house and I instantly relax. Took a shower real quick. I took like a 15-minute shower, hopped off, got on the game. I was like, you know, I ain't played the game in like 6 days. We'll do. At the time, over here, this whole part of the setup was this dresser behind me where the TV is. So all that TV shit was over here, right? All that shit was over here. None of this was even here really. I had one monitor. That's the monitor y'all on. I had one monitor and it was kind of where it's at now. So it was like right on my left, TV, monitor. So this is the exact angle I was playing at, right? Now I remember jumping in the Xbox call with my boys, my nigga Quan. I think I was playing with Quan and Fat, my cousin Chance. Either that or I was just playing with Quan. And I was on the phone with David, and I'm like, you gonna get on game? He's like, nah. So I hung up. I was continuing to play, right? I get a text. Man, I don't want to be petty. I was gonna be petty because I don't care about her in the sense of like liking her no more, and I don't have feelings for her no more. So I was gonna just be petty and say her name, but I'm not gonna do that. Same person from the first story time. If you know, you know. If you don't know, for the VOD niggas, go to my YouTube, The Heartbreak Storytime, and watch that. So we're going back to A. A is the main subject of this again. I told y'all it's a lot of stories about her. So A, who I was not texting at the time, hits me up like randomly. We weren't texting, talking. She had ghosted me, whatever case may be. I was just moving on. I was learning to just be calm. No, actually, no, I think I was obsessed with her at this time. Yeah, because it was towards the end of the year. So, but she still wasn't texting me. So I'm like, you know, she was off my mind. Sometimes she would be on my mind. Most of the time, she was on my mind. But she was off my mind. So I'm like, you know, I was just relaxing. So when she hit me up, I'm like, you know, it's best if I just don't. Yeah, same one from the last story time. Not the one we just told last night. The first story time I posted on YouTube. So in my head, it was because we had saw each other, or we planned on seeing each other. She was leaving, she was deploying, or whatever case maybe. I don't want to put our business out there, and we were supposed to see each other, and I'm like, okay, you know, I just saw her off, and that was that. No, I didn't even know she left. Let me stop tripping. I didn't know she left until I like saw her story. Boom, she comes back to Vegas. I'm still ignoring her. We're not texting. She's not texting me, so I'm not gonna keep texting her. I was cool. I don't know how I almost fucked that up. So then she texts me randomly. Mind you, it's like 12 something. Oh my God, my fault, y'all. It's hella lit out there. So boom, she texts me like 12 something. It was like early 12. And I look at the text. I kind of want to go to him. So y'all, I don't give a fuck. I'm showing receipts. So, mind you, I'm not putting her name out there because I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest. I think she was technically cheating, but I'm gonna get to that. So she hit me up like, "Oh, I'm out." Da 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 da. I had just got home, and so I'm like, "Okay, cool." She like, "Yeah, I'm at a party right now." Mind you, we had each other's location, and I'm like, "Oh, where the party at?" Like, she was like, "Yeah, would you want to see me?" And I'm like, "Well, you kind of far, so I don't know if I could do that." Holy shit. Anyways, so I was like, it depends on how far you are. I was like, I just got off work, yada yada yada. At the time, I was driving, so depends on how far you are. Like, I would come see you if it was. And she was like, "Oh, okay." Boom. I look at the location. She's around the corner from my house. I kid you not. I want to say it was a little house party. She said it wasn't a party. It was like a little kickback. So it was like some people she knew. Her best friend was there and some other people. And so she's around the corner. I kid you not. Probably like the drive was 3 minutes max. That close around the corner. So I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know you was this close." She's like, "Oh yeah, I see your location. You should come get me." And I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, I don't really like. I was trying to play it off like I don't think I should do that. Like, I should just stay at home. Like, I was trying to. I'm like, "Oh, I'm tired, yada yada yada." She was like, "You don't want to be my Uber driver." If you know A and me backstory, I was crazily obsessed with this girl. I saw it a different way than she did. We know that now. So obviously it didn't work out. At the time, I was in like the phase where it was like, yeah, I fell for it. I was in like the phase where it was like, I can either, let me remove the chat box. I can either ignore this and not go and completely cut her off, or feel like there's hope. And I feel like there was hope. I'm a glass half full type dude. So, I was like, fuck it, I'll go. I'm like, okay, boom. She like, we joking and shit. She like 5 minutes to get here, hurry. Boom, I pull up. I'm blasting music. Mind you, I've never been in this neighborhood. Like, even though it's close to my house, I never had been over there. So I'm like, I drove through. It was nighttime. I'm driving through. It was 12. I got there around like, I got there around 12 something, like 12:40, 12:30 something. Boom, I'm driving. She like, I skipped this. She was basically supposed to be going home, but she was gonna get an Uber. But then she knew I was driving, so she was like, "You want to just drop me and my best friend off at home?" And I'm like, "You know what? Fuck it." Like, I love driving, so I'm like, if anything, if the whole night go wrong, at least I enjoy driving, right? So pull up. I'm hanging. I'm not hanging out the window. I got my arm on a little windowsill, window down, blasting my music and shit. Trying, I was feeling a little. I didn't have plates. I didn't have license plates. I didn't have a driver's license. I didn't have anything. I had a permit. That's all I had. Because the car, I had just got the car. So I'm like, in my head, I wasn't thinking about it at first. But I'm like, damn, I really can't get pulled over with these girls. Like, it'll be crazy, right? So I was really going to drive safe. Like I usually do. I drive safe. So, picked them up. I'm at the house and shit. She come into the car. She introduced to the dude that owned the house. He looked gay. I think she said he was gay. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I don't give a fuck. But so I shake his hand. I'm like, yo, da 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 da. She get in the passenger seat. Boom, we waiting on her best friend. Her best friend is cross-faded, so she is drunk and high. I kind of knew her a lot. Like I thought I knew her, but at the time, I knew certain shit. So I'm like, okay, she's not sober. She's not off her ass. I think she was just a little high. Truth be told, I don't think she drunk. She drunk any alcohol. So she was just a little high. I could tell because I know her. I had knew her for years. So I'm like, all right, why this shit not coming out? Whatever. So I'm like, she get in the passenger seat. We waiting on her best friend. I'm like, where your best friend at? She like, watch out for your cord. She might steal some tips. What the fuck? Steal something with her. No, wait, hold on. That's a bad influence. That's a bad influence. And they like me, I ain't never steal tips, but if you gonna get fired or leave, you might as well do it in a big way. Oh yeah, you guys do split tips. Oh shit, I never take me back to those days. So, what was I at? She like, oh, she's coming out right now, yada yada yada. She like, how you been? Da da da. And I'm like, you know, chopping it up and shit. Her best friend comes, she hella loud, she get in the back seat though. She like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm like, you know, it's not the first time we met each other. I was like, I mean, technically, we haven't met in person. I think I've told, no, I haven't told this story before. So, her best friend, I probably told you personally, or like people close to me, but I haven't told this. So, boom, she get in the car, I drive off, right? I live on the west side, they live on the north side. To get to the best friend house, they both live like 5 minutes away from each other. So let's just say to get to where they live, it's about, not a freeway, because you know it's easier to get pulled over on a freeway. So I'm taking the streets. Non-freeway, it's about a 35-minute drive, maybe 30. So I'm like, all right, long road ahead of us. While I'm driving and shit, she holding my hand. Yeah, hey, hold. You know, that's how I was reacting though. But you know, holding my hand while I'm driving and shit. Now I'm trying to be smooth. I'm driving one hand and shit. Mind you, we haven't seen each other in years, really, months, whatever. I don't even remember. You know, we wasn't talking to each other like that. So it was weird for me at first. It's like, damn, I'm a little confused. I don't know what you want. Why are we suddenly holding hands? But you know, at the same time, I was in my head like, damn, I like this girl, so it ain't like I'm not happy about this. So I stopped holding her hand because I was about to make a turn. I switched lanes. I'm in the lane closest to the other side of the street. So you know, it's a four-way. It's boom. It's north, east, south, west. You know how the fucking streets work. I'm in the right furthest lane. Some told me don't switch from the middle lane because I was in the middle lane, but I was like, there was no cars behind me. And if cops get behind me, they don't see the place and shit, they gonna pull you over regardless. So I'm like, damn, I kind of want to stay in the middle lane, but if cop get behind me, so now I'm in my rear view, I'm like, fuck it, I'll just switch right to the right lane because there's a car coming from that side to be safe. The car that was finna get behind me in the right lane turns into like a store or something. So I'm like, fuck. Boom, now I'm at a red light. There's no cars behind me. There's one on the left furthest lane, and then there's me on the right furthest lane. I look across the street in the turning lane, but there are two cars behind. There's like one car behind it is a cop. I'm like, fuck. Mind you, we only 7 minutes into the drive. I'm like, damn. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know what I should do. Mind you, I'm first car in the lane, so I can't like suddenly switch over and shit like that. Light turned green. I'm like, I gotta take a chance. Hopefully this car in front of the cop car turns and doesn't go straight, because if they turn, they'll get right behind me. They go straight. My mom always told me while I was driving, if you ever feel like you gonna get pulled over, pull into some houses so it'll look like you was just getting home. You can lie, yada yada. It's never good to lie, but it is smart. So I'm like, I'm on the right lane. It is luckily some neighborhoods on my right, but I'm like, you know, maybe I'll be good. Soon as I'm like, they jump behind me, so I'm like, fuck. Instantly start hitting the turn. They whoop. Soon as I hit the turn, so I'm like, fuck. I drive a little into the neighborhood, pull over. I look at A, she like, you cool? I'm like, yeah. She like, nothing wrong. I was like, I ain't gonna lie to her, I don't got plates. She was like, what? I was like, mind you, she was in the, what's her name? So I'm like, yeah, I don't got plates, I don't got license, all I got is my permit, and I got a 30-day. The 30-day was fake. I had my manager at my job give me a fake one. Don't ask me how, don't ask me nothing. He got me a fake one, so I'm like, you know, let's go. But it's on the front of the car, not the back. So After he pulled me over and she was like, well, I was like, it's gonna be cool though. I had pajamas. I had literally a hoodie on. I had my True Religion jacket on. No, I didn't have that yet. I don't know what jacket I had on. Smooth little jacket. I had my pajama pants on, my polo pajama pants on. Cool little night. Like, you know, I wasn't even, cause I was at home for to play the game. Like, I wasn't supposed to be leaving. I'm like, it's gonna be cool though. She like, you alright? Yeah, we're gonna be cool. Boom, he come out. I asked for everything. You know how the police procedures go. Boom, I get out the car. The nigga put me in cuffs, which was weird because I didn't think they didn't search the car. The other cop, they was on some like good cop, bad cop shit. So other cop get out the car. I'm not in. I got my wallet and shit. Luckily I have my ID and shit. So I'm on the cop car like this and shit. He uncuffed me. He just cuffed me real quick and then he uncuffed me. So he like, yeah, I'm showing him the IDs and shit. On the other cop car, I look back. The other cop, the bad cop, he on the passenger side talking to A. This is why I felt like we was just meant to be at that time, bro. She held it down. Like he was trying to take the 30 days. She moved his hand. Mind you, she was in the at the time she was deployed in the military. I want to say that was what it is. I don't want to put her business out there, but I don't give a fuck no more. She was deployed basically, but she was back. So like she knew a little something about the law. I don't know how that shit worked, man. I'm at home. I'm fucking making content. You know I don't know how that shit go. So she said like she moved his hand away and was like, oh, I got it, untaped it from the window. Like she was getting on his ass because he was being real weird. Best friend in the back, she calm. They noticed like that she wasn't sober, but they knew I was sober because I was sober. I'm like, so they like, he let me back in the car. He gave A back the 30 day. This is right before we left. He gave her back the 30 day. And the reason he let me go, mind you, I'm still on the car. Hands, like, I wasn't handcuffed. My hands were just behind my back. Like, I was just holding my left hand, talking to him on this type shit. And he like, so where was you guys going? I'm like, oh, no, I just picked up my two homegirls. They was at a party, you know, under the influence. I just want to make sure they get home safe. We live right here in these houses. Luckily, I turned in some houses. I think that's the only reason he let me get home. Because he's the bad cop, quote unquote. He hands the good cop the 30 days. So I can see the good cop in there on the computer running the 30 day. He looks at it, looks at me, go back down. At that point, I knew he knew the 30 day was fake. In my head, only thing I'm thinking is, like, I wasn't rich, but, you know, I had money. So I'm like, push come to shove, I'll just get them both an Uber home. Like, I'm not really worried about them. I'm worried about the car getting taken. So I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Like, because I don't want my dad to trip. That's who gave me the car. So I'm like, I'm worried about my dad tripping. I don't want them to take the car. So when he came back, I think, and that's why he asked where I was going. I'm like, yeah, we stay in these houses right here, yada, yada, yada. Or they stay in these houses right here. I'm going to drop them off. That's what made him let me go, because we was right there. So he like, you know, just be safe. Go home. Like, he was like, get home. Stay off the street. He was like, go ahead, park. Once you get home, do not drive around for the rest of the night. He like, I'm going to let you go. No warning. He ain't giving nigga no ticket, nothing. He was just like, go ahead, since you almost home, get home safe and leave it at that. I'm like, yes. Mind you, we're nowhere near where they stay. We still like 32 minutes away. I'm like, fuck, dog. Boom, I pull more into the houses, right? She like, A asking me like, you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. Like, I don't know if it looked like I was nervous or something. I'm like, you know, I'm cool. Like, I wasn't trying to be nonchalant or nothing. I just was dead ass like, I was okay. Like, I know how to, nigga, I've been around cops my whole fucking life. Because I've been around people that get caught by not get caught by the cops, but do shit to where the cops got to be involved. I'm not going to go into detail, but you know. So, I know how that shit work. I know how that shit go. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I pull in by this park in those houses, and I'm like, we just going to wait a minute. When I park the car, the reason I parked the car is because at the same time, I had Uber and Lyft. At the same time, I'm thinking like, because I asked him, I'm like, if y'all don't want me, I'm steady trying to bring it up. A gets on the phone. She talking to, I wonder who she was talking to. I don't know. I think she was talking to a friend. Best friend in the back cooling. She like on her phone, but she kind of cooling. Like she got quiet down. I turned the music down. I'm texting my phone. She like, you sure you good? I'm like, yeah. My sister asked for Uber. I'm supposed to be Ubering my sister from where she was. So now all of this at the same time is going on. I'm like, damn. I'm gonna have to get them 3 separate Ubers. I won't be able to send one person home until one of the other twos get there first. I'm trying to text my sister like, yeah, just give me a second. I'm transferring my funds, all types of shit, right? I'm kind of like, now I'm overstimulated. Like I wasn't mad or nothing. I was just like kind of irked. Like, damn, it's a lot going on. I'm like, let me calm down. A touched my hand. She like, you sure you good? I'm like, yeah. Boom, I cut the music off out. The car ain't in park. Yeah, it's in park, but it's not off. So boom, we chilling. I'm like, I set my phone on my lap. I'm like, if y'all don't feel safe with me driving, y'all home still, let me know right now and I'll get you Uber. A was like, I'm with you. Like, I'm like, oh my God, W female. Like, you know, when you in situation, even if you're not scared, when you in situations like that, the person you with, your passenger princess, or you know, vice versa, you want them to be on your side. Like, you want them to have your back and trust you. Like that, at least that's my opinion. And at that time, it was showing like she trusted me. So I'm like, oh shit, you know, I gotta get her home. Now I'm just asking her best friend in the back, and she like, my dad drive without a license and shit all the time, and he don't got plates, and he a felon. She was like, I be in his car all the time, so I'm cool. I think she only really said that, like she admitted to all that because she was crossfaded or under the influence. But she was like, I'm cool. So I'm like, all right, shit. Say less. That's all I needed to hear. Boom. I'm like, fuck it. I'm back on the road. Mind you, the main roads is what I was supposed to be taking. Because it was fast. Even though I wasn't on the freeway, it was going to be fast. Now, I'm like, in my head, y'all fuck with in my head, I'm like, you know what? The smarter thing to do would be is to take all the back roads. So I'm like, I have to take every back road. I know Vegas majority by the back of my hand. I can't give you every street name, but by memory, I know where I'm at. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna just take every and I used to stay on the north side, like towards where they stayed. So I'm like, I'm gonna just take every back street and I'm gonna get them home safe. Boom, we start the journey and shit. I want to say about like, she started holding my hand and shit. Like, I was cool. I was calm. Boom, music was playing. It wasn't buku loud, but it was at a decent volume. I'm locked in. Like, I'm in like, what's it called? Flow state. Nothing is fucking with me outside of the wheel and the road. I'm locked in. Like, I'm hitting every back street, smooth turns, all types of shit. Boom. A gets a call about 10 minutes away from her best friend's house. I had made it there through the back streets. She like, she like, it's her mom. Her mom like, where you at? Da 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 da. She like, I'm with Michael. He's bringing me home. She like, who is Michael? She like, the one. Da da da. She described me because I guess her parents knew of me. I don't know. I didn't know she liked me like that. So that's not the impression. I was glad to hear it though. She was like, oh, okay, you guys be safe and you better be thankful to. It was, I don't even remember what she said, but she gave me praise. So I kind of felt cool. Like, I felt like, damn, the girl you like, her mom know you. That's pretty cool. So I'm like, I hear the call in. Boom, we laugh about it. I kind of ran a stop sign. Like, I didn't fully slow down. She made a little joke about that. Like, I felt really safe with her, and I got the sense that she was safe with me. Best friend in the back. I'm like, I'm gonna make sure she get home too. Boom, pull up to the best friend house. Boom, I get her home. Boom, we drive off. We damn near cuddling before I drove off from the best friend house. Me and A, I don't know. I'm telling y'all everything from my point of view and how it seemed to me. She might have seen it different. Oh well. It's not her fucking story time. It's my story time. So, boom, we drive off. I'm like, damn, this is finna be the best and the worst last 5 minutes of my life. Cause I'm like, damn, I gotta drop her off at home now. Mind you, it's like I want to say like 1:20 at this time. Pull up to her house. We right in front of her house. I cut off the car. I'm like, you know, I'm thinking I gotta say my goodbyes. She ain't saying her goodbyes. We talking. I turned the music on low, hella low. Playlist came in so clutch, playing all the jams, all the slow songs, all the fire shit. So she like, we chopped it up. I'm not gonna tell y'all all what happened because that's still technically personal business to her. Basically, I had got to the point to where I was like, you know what? It wouldn't hurt to ask. I was like, no, my bad. This is the wrong story time. So, in the car, I did end up bringing up the topic of like us, like why we can't work. What's the deal with this commitment shit? Like, what's the problem? And right before this question, I tried. She kept egging me. Like, she had nails. She would like softly rub my face and make me look at her. We staring eye to eye. We did this shit and we was talking for about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm like, nigga, I'm finna lean in for a kiss. No bullshit. I wish I had a soundboard. I would have dropped the bomb on y'all ass. So I'm like, I'm finna lean in for a kiss. Boom, she did it one more time. I'm staring her in the eye just like this. So I lean in for the kiss, and she moved away. I'm like, no, what the fuck? And I ain't gonna lie, you would think like, you know, first time somebody move away from your kiss or something like that. In my opinion, I think majority of people would just get an awkward feeling. I didn't get an awkward feeling. You know, the first thing that came to my mind, you is fucking with somebody else, and it gotta be serious. Now I'm pissed in the V. I'm like, she had my hand, we was holding, I kind of brushed her hand off. I'm like, you know, I'm kind of pissed now. I'm just chilling. She like, what's the problem? Boom, that's when I popped the question, like, what's the problem with this? And she not really answering it. She like directly not answering. She was like, you know what the problem? It was so weird. I promise y'all, I wish I could remember like word for word of all what we said. But she kept like brushing my questions off with like, you already know the answer type vibes. And I didn't know the answer. That's why I asked. Like, you'll never know something until somebody tell you. And it was pissing me off because I'm like, you're steady saying that, but if I throw something out as an assumption and I'm not right, you gonna get pissed. And it's gonna make it seem like I was judging you. And then I just asked her, I was like, it's somebody else, ain't it? Nigga, when I tell you, she started crying. Not like full on bawling. She was crying. And right before, like, I saw the tears well up. So before she was crying, I just kept going. I was like, you know, I don't judge you for none of that. Only thing I'll ever judge you for is the fact that you kind of just played me the whole night, and even this past 30 minutes giving me the sense of like we was flirting and shit, like, you know, and I'll be honest, it was real flirting, like, yeah, we can drop these seats type flirt, like, put the seat back. It was shit like that. I'm not getting too in detail, but it was shit like that, and most of the shit she was initiating. So while I'm explaining to her after I asked the question, I was like, somebody else, ain't it? I'm pissed, and I'm letting all that shit go. I'm like, you know, I'm just kind of pissed that you even led on the night giving me the sense of like this'll work and yada yada yada. Mind you, the type of person I am, when I really fall in love with a girl, sex is never the first thing on my mind. I think I said this in my very first story time, but sex is never the first thing on my mind. It's really not. I never think about that shit. I mean, that's a lie. I think about it, but it's never like, oh, this is what I want to do. Like, I would rather just spend hella quality time with the girl I love, laid up, whatever the case may be, anything. You know, the intercourse and shit, that's gonna come eventually, bro. I'm gonna be honest, that shit overrated in my opinion. With the right person, obviously it's good and it's enjoyable. You should be enjoying yourself. You should be both pleasuring each other, but that shit not a necessity to me. Especially, I don't understand how people that do that shit every day, them, they kill me. How the hell do you fuck every day? That's wild. But anyways, like, you know, you giving me all this type of sense. I'm not even thinking about sex. I'm thinking about us. Like, you know, I was willing to be with her while she get deployed and shit again, or she go back and shit. Like, I'm like, you know, I'll take trips. I'm willing. I was telling her I was gonna write letters. Nigga, I've never wrote a letter in my life. That's a lie. I wrote one letter and it was to ESPN. It was like a Kids Day letter, and you got to write to your favorite star and shit like that. And they presented my shit on ESPN. So that was the only time I ever wrote a letter. Nigga, I'm telling her, like, I'm willing to write letters. I'm willing to do all this shit. You know, and you blowing me off. But you also egging me on, and it's pissing me off because you won't be direct. You won't tell me no. But at the time, this hearing no was really ultimately what I needed. But at the time, I wasn't thinking that. I was just like, you know, keep it a being with me. Like, what's going on? So I'm like, I'm asking her and shit, and that's when she had to start crying. When I kept going with everything after I said it's somebody else, she had to start crying. It wasn't like bawling crying. It was like, but it was tears. It was a lot of tears falling. It was a quiet crying. I'm like, you know, I'm trying to comfort her at the same time because I care about this girl. I'm like, you know, but I understand. So that I had backed off. I'm like, you know, I can't. I almost cried because the cry gave me a sense of like, nigga, it ain't you. You not that person. Give it up type shit. Her crying get instantly, like, the moment I asked and I was like, somebody else, ain't it? The moment she cried, I knew I lost. I'm like, fuck, dog. And she was, after she had stopped crying and she slowed down on crying and shit, she was apologizing to me, and she basically like gave me that whole little speech about how I deserve somebody that's best for me and yada yada yada. And I'm gonna be honest, bro, I hate when people do that. I don't know, it's not even just a female thing. I hate when people do that. Females not the only people that do that. Niggas do it too, but I hate that shit. How are you gonna tell me what's best for me? It's a cop-out. It's just an excuse. It's just you saying you not ready, so you think I should go find somebody that is ready, quote unquote. You don't give a fuck if I go find somebody or not. You just want to get out this situation. It's literally a cop-out. Don't tell me what's best for me. What the fuck? Nigga, my mom ain't never even told me what's best for me. She can only give you suggestions. People can only suggest what they think is best for you. But at the end of the day, that's still an opinion. So she was like, yeah, give me that whole spiel about like, she apologized and basically like for leading me on and shit like that. And I was still pissed because like, bro, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm trying to be with you. You won't tell me no, but at the same time, you're not being direct about nothing. So I'm like, all right, you know, okay. I don't want to leave on bad terms. So like the next 10 minutes after that was just us being cool. And I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'd rather end the night laughing and smiling with this girl than her crying and me sitting there in the house. So we got back cool, and she was like, we should see each other again. I'm like, you know, whatever works for you. Boom, I left. By the time I left, it was on my mama, it was 2:02 on the dot. On my life, it was 2:02 in the dot. As soon as I drive off, my mom called. She like, where you at? 2 in the morning. I'm like, I wasn't even scared because like at the time I was 18. So I'm like, you know, I don't really give a fuck. Nah, I gave a fuck. I wasn't scared though. Like, you know, you would have got a call or hear some shit like that from your parents. You'd be scared when you're younger. I wasn't really scared. I was just like, oh, okay, you know. Answer the phone. She like, where you at? And I was like, I'm just driving around. She was like, well, make your way back. It's a lot of cops and shit outside. Not the house, like just driving around. She was like, be safe. And I was like, okay, I'm on my way. Took every back street home. And after I parked, I sat in the car for like 6 minutes. And I just contemplated. Still got my sister Uber home. Still dropped the best friend off. Still dropped A off. And still made it home safe. That's the full point. But I just contemplated in my car for a couple minutes, like, damn, bro. You know, that started off, in my opinion, to see a girl that you ain't seen in years that you love. In my opinion, bro, at the time, it's 50-50. Like, it was, in the car, I was thinking, like, this is the best and worst night of my life. And it wasn't even the worst. Only reason I was saying that at the time is because, like, damn, I just got pulled over. I know they finna jump right in the group chat like, bitch, why this bum ass nigga just get pulled over? Me and my best friend, we was in the car. He just got pulled over. He ain't had his license, nothing. Bum ass, broke nigga. Like, that's all I was thinking. I'm like, damn, I don't want I don't want all the biddies to think I'm just some foul nigga, like, you know. That's why it was the worst night. Best night is because, like, ended the night good, all that. Didn't text again. We called like one or twice more time. One was on New Year's. She called me. She sent me pictures. That was the last time we had texted. She was texting me, like, send me pictures. She was out and shit. I was just like, get home safe. I thought we was good. Like, I thought we was on to something. But at the same time, I also knew. I guess I just wanted to block it out of my mind that she had somebody. I know Josephine. I believe. I guess she just wanted to. I guess I just subconsciously wanted to block it out of my mind that I wanted to be with her. So I guess I just didn't see nobody as an obstacle. I tuned out the whole car situation throughout the rest of, because this was in December. So I just tuned it out all the way up until New Year's, and then that's when she had left. And that's when I had realized, like, damn. So boom, 2023 hits. Was it 2023? Hold on, y'all. So, let me see. Let me go. I gotta check receipts, y'all. Was this 2023? Yeah, this was 2023. Yeah, so whole year go by. No. I gotta skip another story time. I'll tell that story time of how we officially. Like, no. Actually, no, we was good. We was texting throughout the year. Not good. I'm lying. She was with somebody else. But certain months she would text me and she would come back down here and be like, how you been? I'd just like blow it off. I was really trying to move on. April was cool. Like, she had wished me a happy birthday. That's when she came back around. So from January to April, we was not talking. And around my birthday, she wished me a happy birthday and shit. I was like, appreciate it. She was like, this is what she sent me. See y'all. This is I gotta scroll a little bit. On 4/12/2020, 2022. It's only in 2023. Wait, no. Wrong birthday. My bad, y'all. She wished me a happy birthday on Instagram, I think. I don't even remember. She sent me. Long story short, she sent me some big ass paragraph. The paragraph consisted of, like, apologizing for giving me the impression that we could have made it work, and how she led me on, and basically, like, she was here for me if I ever needed to talk, to just basically hear her up. And she was like I really am proud of you, yada yada yada. And I was like, I'm gonna be honest, bro, I just don't believe you. And she was like, I was like, I went back, I'm like, you never gave me the impression that you did, and you let me do all this, you led me on all this time, and never really gave a fuck, and you never even gave me a full answer to nothing either, like, no closure, no nothing. And she was like, you don't have to believe me, but it's true, I really am proud of you, I really do care, and yada yada yada. I hope we can be friends and you find someone that deserves you and you deserve vice versa. Bunch of bullshit, man. At the time, that's how I was feeling. A bunch of bullshit. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I was like, alright, whatever you say. Didn't talk again. Rest of the month. Boom, December rolled by. December. Hold on, let me make sure I got the days right. I got pictures from this day. So December come by and she like, I was not talking to her. Nigga, she hit me like randomly. Let me read y'all. I'm gonna read y'all the messages. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Man, this is my content, nigga. She better report this shit. I don't even think she follow me or nothing. Oh, and I was blocked. That's why we wasn't talking for months. I was blocked. I don't want y'all to see everything. I just want y'all to see how I was typing while I was blocked. I was basically just spilling myself to her, bro. Cause it was a random block. Like, I didn't do nothing. It was just random. So I just figured, like, you know, she got her own personal things going on. October, November, December. I'm trying to find the exact day. This was like the 25th. So, no, that's Christmas. I'm fucking tripping. Damn, no wonder I'm in 2022. I'm tripping. So 2023 hit. We was on and off. We would send each other TikToks. Boom, we get to December. My bad. It kind of felt like I was stalling. I was just trying to find my receipts and shit. So she texts me randomly. I'm on the game again with my niggas. When the text hit. When the text hit, I'm like, fuck. Because I really don't want to talk to this girl. Oh, yeah, that's what she had said. August 22nd. Just a reminder, I'm proud of you. Let me know if you need anything. And it had sent the whole spill. And I was like, you know, whatever. She was like, I don't know when the next time I'll be in Vegas, but I'll let you know. And you don't need to believe me, but it's true. And then I had apologized because I kind of spazzed a little bit. And then all she was doing was being reasonable with me. I sent the apology October 7th. After we texted August 26th, I sent my apology. And she didn't respond till October 14th and was like, thank you. And I was like, She was like, are you okay? And it means a lot. I'm sorry. I was like, about what? I was like, I'm doing okay at the moment. How about you? And she was like, the whole situation, everything, to be honest. Now I knew what it was. It was all the ghosting. It was all that shit from that year. And I was like, she was like, and everything, to be honest. I was like, it's in the past now. Told you I was trying to be a better person at the time. I was like, it's in the past now, so it's fine. That's good. Glad you're doing good. And she was like, let me know if you need anything. Yeah. And I was like, vice versa. Boom. We stopped texting. I texted her November 12th. Like, how you doing? She was like, you know, good, and you? And then we was just texting a little bit. She wasn't in Vegas. She was like, oh no, I was like, it's late. Sorry if you feel like you gotta respond or anything, just don't. She was like, it's just weird. I was like, elaborate. She was like, I'd rather not. I really just don't know how to talk to you. And I was like, I'm not fragile or nothing like that. I was like, this isn't anything really new too, is it? And she was like, I was like, I already said my part, so I won't falter on what I said that easy. But if you truly feel like you can't talk to me, that's fine. She was like, I understand, Mike, and no, it's not like that. And I was like, I don't really know what it's like then, with a laughing emoji. She was like, I was like, but you said you didn't really want to elaborate, so I'll let it go. And she was like, all right, let it go. I was like, boom, like we would texting November every other day, like trying to. Boom, December 21st. I sent her a picture of herself, and I'm gonna start sending old ass photos. I said, that's the only way to get you to text back. She like, please don't, it's embarrassing. Oh, I look like such a fucking gullible nigga in these messages. Now I look back at it. Only because, and you know what's crazy? When I started making content, when I was doing my little healing phase this year, I was gonna delete all this shit, but I'm like, you know what? I'm making content, and I feel like I'm gonna make a story time one day. So let me just keep these receipts until then. So that's why I'm able to read this. For the people that just think I'm holding on to all this shit. No, this is the reason. So December, what day is this? December 21st, later on that day. So we was texting at 2:52 p.m. We stopped texting really. She stopped texting me until she asked what I was doing tonight at 3:41. I was like, isn't none probably gonna stay? I was like, nothing, but it's probably gonna stay that way. Boom. She like, I'm out here now. What's up? And I'm like, we was just talking shit to each other. Boom. Stop texting. We texted 10:48. I'm like, you cool? She's like, yes. Are you gonna come get me? I'm like, mind you, this was, what day was this? December 20th. Let me go to my pictures now. This is what I was doing. December. Fuck, come on, man. Focus. December 21st, 2023. That was it was 2 hours before she texted me. How do you see the day? It was a Wednesday, so I had work the next day. Oh no, that was I didn't have work the next day. I'm tripping. So she like, I want to see you. She called me right after she sent the text, and she was like, can I see you? And I was like, mind you, I told you I was trying to heal. I was trying to find peace. I was trying to get away from her because I knew that it wasn't gonna work. Not because of me, and I can say this now because I'm at peace with it, but it was her fault. It was. Some people gotta take accountability. Some people won't. Oh well. I'll take my faults and I'll say where I went wrong and where I didn't go wrong. But that was her fault. So I lied. I was like, my car don't work. Boom. That's my first excuse. I'm like, maybe this will work. So I'm like, maybe this will work. Like, she'll leave it alone. She like, we're on the phone. My bad, I'm trying to scroll back to the day. We're on the phone and shit, and she was like, I could Uber you, and I was like, I don't really want you to spend your money. I was like, I will Uber. That's what I said. I said I will Uber, but my car locked. That's exactly what I said. I'm reading it right now. After she had hung up, that's why she called me. She couldn't type. Someone was in her lash, and mind you, she was with her friends, her homegirls, at a little hotel. So they a little off the rocks again, drunk and high, whatever the case may be. But I was like, I was like, nah. But I asked because my car locked till Saturday. I can't drive my V right now, so I also can't get an Uber. I was like, I would come though, trying to like make it seem like I cared, but I couldn't. Boom, she called me. She's like, I can Uber you, and I'm like, I kind of like, boom. Then she hung up. She was like, hold on. Then she texted me at 10:59 and was like, I want to see you. Send the Addy at 11:12. And I was like, I sat in my room for about 40 seconds. And between that 40 seconds, my thoughts ran so fast, and it was like, don't go. It's best for you. It'll be healthy for you to just blow this off. Not send the Addy, act like you went to sleep. Anything to avoid this shit because you don't want to get roped back into it. I couldn't see. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When you really in love with a person, bro, even the faults don't look like faults. They don't seem like faults. They don't seem like shit you can't get past and can't get through. That's how it was. All the negative shit about her, I found a way to subconsciously turn that into positive shit. So you weren't gonna tell me that I'm not gonna go see this girl. That's how I was thinking. Boom, I sent the address. I know. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. No, so I sent the address. Mind y'all, she texted me. I ain't gonna say her ethnicity and shit either. I feel like that's personal too. But she texted me. She calling me Poppy, all type of shit. Like, hopefully she don't see this because I think she was technically cheating. And I'm not the type of nigga to home wreck. No, that's not me. I'm happy where I'm at. So she like 1 minute, I throw the sweats on, throw the jacket on. That was it. Now I'm in the Uber. She's texting me Mind you, I knew she was, even through text, I knew she was under the influence. But, bro, because of who it was, I was just so geeked, even through the text. Like, she texted me, like, hurry up. She's there. I was like, I know I'm getting it right now. She, like, room's a mess because there's 3 of us in here. And we all girls. She, like, hurry, more. Don't that mean love? Fuck, I was Josephine. Yeah, I mean love, some shit like that. She texted me love. She called me love. She like got me nervously eating, telling me how to get in there. She like hurry. She gave me the room number, all types of shit. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all the hotel. Hold on, I got a screenshot of the hotel. This is from the lobby though, cause it was Christmas time. This is how the lobby looked. Oh, wrong picture. This is how the lobby looked. I took pictures when I walked in. It was fucking beautiful. Nice little lobby. I had a Christmas tree in there. Hold on. I got a screenshot of what the hotel is, so I can show y'all what it looked like. Cause it was nice. It was really nice. Okay. Excuse me. Fuck, where's the screenshot at? Oh, okay. I think this is what it's called. Let me see. Oh, this is definitely it. Okay, so, damn, I look bright again. Switch back to live scene. This is, hold on, my fault, y'all. This is it. This one right here. Is this it? This gotta be the backside. I'm lying, y'all. If this is it, I was too fried to you. It wasn't. This ain't it. Yeah, this definitely not it. My fault, y'all. That's not it. But it don't matter. It was just. It was. Oh wait, hold on. Oh yeah, this is it. This is where I went in. Jim Merritt. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, it was a nice hotel. I was gonna give y'all a little insight. It don't matter. So, boom, I go in the hotel. What the fuck? Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna call all that out. So, boom, I get in the hotel, go upstairs. She meet me like in the hallway. No, I'm lying. I got to the door. She opened the door. Mind you, her friends was downstairs. She said her friends was downstairs. I guess they was smoking. I don't fucking know. I'm sorry. I always forget, and I really don't care. So, get to the door, and she practically jumped in my arms. Fuck, I hate explaining this shit, man. Cause it make it seem like I got lingering feelings or something. I don't. I'm happy where I'm at. You know, life. It work in the ways it want to. Oh my god, bro. How am I gonna edit this shit? Anyways, so I get in the hotel. I got in the room. We chopped it up and shit. Big ass beds. That's why I wanted to show y'all the hotel. That's why. Fat ass. Nigga, I've lived in Vegas my whole life. I've been in almost every hotel. Nigga, these rooms was nice. The TV was in the wall. Fat ass TV in the wall. The wall was like brick. Fat ass curtains. The windows was huge. Beds big as shit. I'm like, holy fuck. 2 beds. That's how you know if the beds is that big. That's how you know the rooms is big. Fat ass beds. I'm like, damn. So boom, she like, this my bed. I was chilling on the side of the bed. I wasn't at the edge. I'm not no edge of the bed, nigga. But I was on the side of the bed, like on the edge towards the window. I'm leaning back. Like I had leaned back on the bed, like talking to her on my side and shit. She like, yada. She's like, how you been? We just chopping it up. At first, like, because of how we chopped it up first 5-6 minutes, I'm like, okay, maybe this shit's just like a cordial invite. She just wanted to see a friend, you know. It's not an L for me. She Ubered me, you know. That's how I was seeing it. Man, we get. I'm being detailed. Like I said, bro. I think she was technically cheating. I don't give a fuck no more. So boom, right? We like after a couple minutes, we closer to each other. I'm at the top of the bed on the pillow, right next to her. She laying down, I'm laying down. Janae Aiko start playing on the TV because I had music playing. I'm like, what? Boom, we start kissing and shit. I'm you know, getting it in real quick, kissing and shit. Some told me to just stop. So I stopped, and this is exactly what I said. I said, before we go any further, word for word, y'all. I said, before we go any further, are you talking or involved with anybody in a serious, like, in basically in a serious situation? Y'all know what she told me? She was like, no, why would you say that? And I was like, I just want to make sure. Like, I want you to be honest. I was like, you be honest. And she was like, to my face, was like, I would never lie to you. To my face, I would never lie to you. That's all I needed to hear. Now I'm kissing on her neck and shit. Fast forward, all that shit stopped. And her friends come up. Her friends came up after a while. Her best friend was one of the girls. The other friend was with her. She come up. She like, who is this? She hella loud. They crossfade or whatever. She like, oh, da. Boom. She come up tripping. I ain't gonna lie. It's okay, Josephine. I'm gonna post a VOD, but so you'll probably just have to go back and watch it. But her best friend come up tripping. She like, yada. I'm about to change. I don't really feel comfortable with a boy being in here. I'm like, you know, I don't know who paid for the hotel, nothing like that. So, and I'm just a guest. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go. Like, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, all right, you tripping? Like, I just step outside. I didn't say nothing. I was just like, no, I don't mind. And A was like, nah, like, you know, I don't see why it needs to be that big of a deal, but I guess, yada. No. She was like, okay, I'll walk you out. So, I'm like, nice to meet y'all. I had met the best friend because she was saying nice to meet you. I was like, I just met you, like, this time last year, but I guess, whatever. Boom. I'm like, y'all be safe. Y'all have a good night. No, I ain't gonna lie. She didn't walk. She walked me to the door, but before that, I got my Uber. And she was, the whole time she was quiet. After she got my Uber, she was quiet. We was both quiet. So I hop on my phone. I'm on TikTok. And I could tell she was pissed. So I leave out. Mind you, she was crossfaded. So every action not crossfaded. I think she was. But every action we took before she got me this Uber that I didn't disclose, I think that was the reason. I think it's because she was under the influence. And now I feel played as shit. I've been feeling played after I broke all this shit down. But so boom. I walk out and she like, get home safe. I'm like, okay. Boom, we hug, a little long hug. And I leave. And in the Uber, I was like, you know what? I trust her. Like, she told me to my face, she not talking to nobody else. I can, what can go wrong? Man, I get in the Uber, and the Uber driver was a 49ers fan. I was a 49ers fan, so we actually chopped it up. But the whole Uber back, she texted me like, let me read y'all the messages. She texted me like, never mind, I don't care enough. She texted me like, I apologize. I didn't know she was going to come up tripping, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, no, it's cool. We can just see each other another time. This is December 21st, by the way, 1 in the morning. Well, so the 22nd now. I'm like, we can just see each other another time. I don't know when you leave, but just let me know. I'll come see you, yada, yada, yada. She like, okay, I'll let you know. I didn't get a single fucking text for the next week, right? Christmas passed, I think the 26th. I looked at her low, and she was literally up the street again from me. And I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know you was out. Like, I'm like, no, I'm tripping. I said, be safe. And she was like, you got my location, ? And I was like, been having it for years, so I have. And she was like, okay, then I'm safe. And I was like, type shit. And that was it. She didn't acknowledge that she was up the street from me. She didn't acknowledge that we could have seen each other. None of that. There's another half of this story time, but I'm not going to tell that because we're already at 2 hour mark. And that was basically that story, both story times. We didn't see each other ever again. And now that I had broke months later, like middle of 2020, not middle, early 2024, when I had my shit going on, I had broke that shit down, and I was like, she really played me. I've been cheated on. I've never been a part of somebody cheating. I think that was the first time I was. Am I gonna bash her? No. Do I think she was wrong? Yes. Absolutely. Not in the sense, not even just because she was cheating, but because you involved a nigga that really cared about you. Out of it, you could have found any other nigga. You could have found a nigga in high school that really just wanted to fuck. You could have found a nigga that in high school that didn't even know you, but he'll fuck any nigga. You could have found a nigga. You could have found a nigga on the street that was attracted to you. You chose the one nigga that, before he saw your body, he saw everything else. And I'm not gonna boast myself. I'm not perfect, nor do I ever think I'll be. But I do know what I'm good and what I'm good and what I'm not good at. And I just feel like that was a real foul thing to do. Only because you had every other option. To this day, I'm still not gonna falter. I'm still not gonna blame her, and I hold no remorse. I hold nothing. Wherever she's at, that's fine. Wherever I'm at, I'm good. I do sometimes think like, damn, I feel like all of that could have been avoided if you would have just simply told me, I can't be with you, or it won't work. No, we can't do this, that, and the third. Just simply tell me no, and I feel like none of that shit would have happened. I wouldn't have went through what I went through, and vice versa, whatever. If she even gave a fuck enough to go through some shit, none of that would have happened. And nobody's perfect, like I said, but you can be a good human, and I feel like a good person would have let that person go. 6 years being involved, I feel like you would have some type of kindness in your heart to free me, nigga. Free me from this shit. And she didn't do that. And I broke it down a couple months ago, and I was like, I was really part of somebody cheating. And if she wasn't cheating, oh well. But the reason why I know she was cheating, never mind. Because if I post this and somebody see it, then I don't fuck up happy homes. That's not me. It really ain't. So I'll just let it rock. But I do think she was wrong in a lot of ways, and I think I was wrong in a lot of ways. But I grew as a person, and I can give the next person my all, and not everything, but my all, and that's what I plan to do. And if that don't work out, then I got y'all, right? I'm not upset. My fault if I'm giving off that impression. It's like a surreal feeling to be able to tell that story and know that I've officially moved on. Like now I'm telling it from a content standpoint, not from a broken nigga standpoint, because I was broken. I can be honest with y'all. I can be honest with the people on YouTube. I can be honest with everybody. I was broken. That girl did me the worst way. Whether it was intentional or not, it was a terrible time in my life. Do I regret anything? No. You're not supposed to hold no regrets, and I don't, because I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. But I do think a lot of shit could have went differently, and that's just life. But yeah, that's the story time. I got pulled over, and then the same time a year later, I got fucking played. And then a year later in 2024, I had y'all. So, you know, if that ain't an example of how shit can get better, I don't know what is. I really don't. Because it always can get better. It'll get worse before it does get better. But, yeah, she's, I don't know if I upload this to YouTube. If I do, what's up, YouTube people? How y'all doing? Come to the Twitch, watch live. What else? I feel like I was missing a little point of that. No, I don't know. I gave my little life advice. I talked about the shit I needed to. I'm happy right now, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna post, if I do post this for the future me, yeah, you'll see it in the VOD. You probably missed like 20 minutes, 15 minutes worth of story. For a future me, when you're posting this, don't do a lot of editing. It gotta be raw. All my story times is raw, uncut. If I edit something, it was because of like background noise or something. I don't regret telling a single thing, saying a single thing. Let the consequences hit, if there is some, and that'd be that. But I don't think I'm wrong, nor do I see a reason to feel like that. She got her own shit going on, that's fine. I got my own shit going on, that's fine. I always gotta clarify this, because a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people assume that I just can't get over her. I can't stop talking about her. But I don't know how y'all would tell y'all stories. But when from an adolescent is like, what's the adolescent stage of like? That's like 12, 13, right? Adolescence. That's from 10 to 19, yeah. So from imagine knowing a girl in your prime years of teenage years. So you meet a girl at the age of 14, 15. And you know her up until the age. I still know her, obviously, but you're involved with her up until the age of 20. 19. My bad, not 20. 19.
Thank you.
Yep. But imagine being involved with a girl from the age 14 to the age of 19. Do you truly think you wouldn't have multiple stories? Nigga, that's the biggest part of your teenage years. Those years are the biggest part of your teenage years. Most of the shit I was doing and going through, it involved her. So it's like I got other stories. I think my life was very exciting. No, I'm not saying it was. Wow, I'm tripping. I think I have a lot of entertaining stories. But I'll admit, most of that shit come from this. I can't help that. It's other parts, yes, but you know, that don't mean nothing to me though. I don't feel a way about her. She'll always be, to the younger me, the best person in my eyes. To the past me, to me now, who knows a lot more about her that I never got told, I can't feel that way. Do I think she's a bad person? No. I actually, what made me fall for her back then was that I idolized her. I respected her as a person. Before I just start liking her. Same, if you saw my YouTube video from today, same with her. Before I just started liking her, it was a respect thing. I held her in high regard because she deserved it. You can't help who you fall in love with. You really can't. That's just how shit go. But yeah, man, that's the story time. I'm rambling now. What should we do? Should I watch a video or should I just? I think I'm gonna just end. I wasn't even supposed to stream tonight. I just wanted to get my story time up, man. I feel like looking at a screen and talking to y'all. I feel like being schizophrenic today. That's really all it was. Still contemplating on posting this, only because it's like, bro, when I do this and start using that, only reason you'll ever see me contemplating nowadays on posting something is because I'm thinking about one person, and not even that even if she don't care, I care about how she feel, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a jealous person, even if I don't show it. I wouldn't want nobody to sit up and talk about their ex or somebody who they was involved with so much. I wouldn't want to hear about it, nothing. So I can understand like not wanting to see no videos like that from a person you're supposed to be fucking with. That's why I always think about her first before anything else. If she not cool with it, I won't post it. That's really what I'm contemplating about. So if you see this up in the next couple of days, and you know everything's all well.